All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so what I'm gonna start doing is start journaling everything I do and everything I, you know, incorporate into trading. So here's my journal. Okay, I was very successful yesterday, last night. Okay, due to my trading, and I kind of want to go over a couple things I want to add on what was successful and what wasn't, and what could it have been? Was it due to what is the three main questions we should ask? Three main questions. Did you follow your plan? Was it what is it? Yeah. Don't worry. I'm trying to find it. Okay, so did you follow your plan? Was it a high setup? What can I improve next? Nah, it was something else. Anyways, one is did I follow my plan? All right, so boom, boom. Yes, I follow my plan. Everything was everything was laid out. Okay, three main questions: did I follow my plan? Was I don't like that. Was this properly? It was. Did you follow your plan? Were you? Mm. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what was the question. Okay, I like that one. So, one, did I follow my plan? Obviously. Did I enter at the right time? Well, what was my emotional state? Was I patient? Um, did I follow my plan? Here's what I say. Right, I was just trying to follow those. Anyways, my main questions always be: did I follow my plan? Was this high probability? Was I emotional? Three main things. So it's very, very quiet. Let's put some music on. All right, so like I said, right, let's restart. Let's refresh. Okay. Oh. So personally, me, I have multiple questions before and after the trade, right? Before, I always ask, was this forced? What influenced this? Was it a win? Was it a loss? Plan, right? If it was a loss, maybe I should reconsider before I enter and what's currently happening. Or if I am emotional. And one of the top things is, is this a high profitability, right? And then after questions are, did you identify what's currently happening, current POI? Did I follow my plan? Did I follow my risk management? So on and so forth. So getting into those things, correct? High, low, right? Hold on. Okay, getting into those things, right? What I'm gonna go over the trades that I had, right? High, low, high. Now, I already know that gold 4-1 daily, weekly. They've been the same for the past month or so. Okay. So I really been focused on the 15. So today I saw this. I was like high, low, high. So this was my range. This high to this low. So first initially when I opened up the market, right, I usually just look at it around 6:30. I saw this. It went lower low, lower high, lower low. And it broke above this. So when it broke above this, I was like, okay, well, this is clean state. But price started coming down, which no, usually when it does this, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. It broke up. I saw this. I said enter. I went for a long. Boom. I actually sold somewhere between here. I sold and I bought. Then what happened is just kept going. So I entered in sales. I was unsuccessful due to why? Well, here, this trade it made sense because I'm like, well, it's within the 50% range and it makes sense to enter. So when it did that, I'm just going to automatically enter. No ifs, ands, or buts. So what it did was I usually follow the retracement and it just kept going and then it showed and it dropped and it came back, showed more evidence on a lower time frame and it dropped again. And then I also entered a buy here, but one of the mistakes I did was this was lower low, lower high, lower low. I didn't wait for this to close. I just bought here and got taken out. Horrible mistake. Yes, I know. It's rookie mistake. Yes, I know. What I could have done was like, all right, well, since current trend is bearish, let's just play the bearish cap. Which, if I did, would it be profitable? Now, what I did was, right, I waited after I lost that. I waited again. I saw this. As soon as I saw this, I was like, oh, clean up within the 15% range, broke multiple structures, and I waited for this. It went lower low, lower high, lower low. Played this here, got stopped out, came back up, came back in, broke all this structure, came back right here, entered, put my stop loss below this low, and yeah, it just played out from there. So how could I have, is there any way that I could have prevented this loss here, this loss here? Is there any way? And I asked myself, well, how could we have prevented this? Well, instead of waiting, instead of just entering, wait for the actual break. Obviously. Boom. Versus just entering, okay? And then you have low, high, low. This made the most sense to me, honestly. Like, I'm taking this all day. That's part of the plan. It just went down and it came back up and then just enter again. But I'm taking this all day. There's no switching that. And yeah, trade played out, went crazy. Same thing for here. Okay. So I saw this, I took this, got it stopped out. I'm taking that all day. Like I said, this is all day right here. Because it was off of 15 second, 30 second. I'm taking that all day. Then it came back down. 15 seconds show clear accumulation. Took it, put my stop loss right there. I'm taking that all day. So these losses here were actually presentable. Well, one loss there and then one win because I wanted to take it to this high. Played out very well. Okay. So makes sense. The only one that I could say that I need to stop doing is just entering before it breaks. It need to wait for it break. Another thing, okay. Soon that happened, boom, blasted up. I was looking at gold again. And right here, you can kind of tell price, you know, I seen this, I seen the break, I entered there. Okay, I put my stop loss somewhere between here. It played out. Originally, I wanted to come down here. But what happened was price came back up on me and I didn't get stopped out, but I got stopped out in profit. No, I took my profit. Now, initially, what I initially do, right? Because you can tell that was a 1. This could have been a 1 and 3. What I initially do is let it sit before I do anything. And that's what I could have done. So how could I have prevented this? Okay. This was a nice trade, but the management was pretty bad. So the management for the trade was horrible because if I had just chilled out, maybe set alerts, like, all right, set alert here, maybe go break even here and just chill out. That could have stopped. Or, right, see how this, even though it was bearish, right? I mean, bullish. You can see the trend. High, low, high, low, high, low, high, break. Now we finally got the break here. Here's your entry. Boom. There you go. Above a high. What we do above highs, we sell. We don't ever buy above highs. That's like one of our main rules. But besides that, yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go back to class and whatever. Very interesting plays. I think definitely learn the lesson here. Number one lesson that y'all can take from here is don't buy just because it didn't finish where it hit. So if it hasn't hit your area or it hasn't broke or whatever that case is, what is it? Alrighty.